Hey guys, AuspiciousSausie here, and welcome to episode 10 of Valkyrie Pro Wrestling. Of course, last episode we had Riot Rumble, which I think was, overall it wasn't a great show, but I think it built towards this show, Neckbreaker Blues, actually being a pretty good show. Of course, I'll show you the results here. Kate Lilly did win our Riot Rumble match. So, in turn, she's actually going to get a World Heavyweight title shot here tonight. Now, I forgot to process through, but we are up to where we need to be. Anyway, we've got an incident here. We've got Aki Cameo being brought before Wrestlers Court after failing to pick up her share of a bar tab. So there's a small positive impact for her, which hopefully will actually be, pretty beneficial going forward. Once again, we're still in Sydney, which is our home region. But let's book the show. Now, we'll book the main event first. So it is going to be Kate Lilly taking on our current champion. Is she there? No. Don't tell me. She's absent, isn't she? I had a feeling this might happen, but I didn't actually check it, if I'm being honest. Alright, we can do something instead, because I did want to do this as well. But this was going to be saved for another episode. But we're going to have Lillian Rose take on Thea Davis and Calliope Woodchuck as our main event. I think it actually should be... It should be pretty decent. I would like to give him 25 minutes as well, because it would seriously be a pretty decent tag team main event, in my opinion. So let's have a look at that. I want to see just how well this match will do, because I'm really thinking about bringing in tag team titles. I really wanted to get Sabrina Wells, but obviously we couldn't do that, so that kind of sucks in its own right. Anyway, Yu Hashimoto is going to take on Joy Rider. Haven't really used Joy Rider too much, but it's interesting because she's actually a manager. We could potentially use her as a manager to do a few different things. But we might have to wait until we get a bigger roster. She is pretty talented, though, for a 21-year-old. She has got some serious talent, so I should really be using her quite a bit more. And then finally, we might go another... I think we'll go 2 more singles matches as well. So let's have Ruby Reese. I would actually like her to get a victory over somebody. Do we do Black Diamond again? I think that might be the play. Let's have Ruby Reese go over Black Diamond. I think I want to actually push Ruby. We are kind of lacking a few decent faces at the moment. I feel like Thea and Calliope are basically our only 2, like, sort of main event level faces at the moment. I am thinking about turning Etsuko to a face. Just so we don't have like a harsh heel face divide. It's only like a slight... What is the actual... Yeah, so it's loosely enforced, right? But I still don't want to have constant heel versus heel matches. So I think, we're getting towards the end of the year. I think maybe at the end of the year, we potentially might turn Etsuko face. Which will... it's not going to exactly open up any more matches, but it will at least feel a little bit better, if that makes sense. Anyway, Purple Viper can take on Kichi. Never mind, she can take on Christy Higgins, I guess. This will actually be a pretty decent match, I think. We are going to give the victory to Purple Viper, but I think what I want to do for this one is call it, but I want to have them go all out as well. I want to just see if that's going to potentially make the match just that little bit better. So I'll have that go on second. We really only have time for maybe 1 angle. I could reduce all these matches down to 10 minutes. Because we do have a 25-minute main event. We should be able to fit in 2 angles now. 2 6-minute angles. So I think 1 will go to Purple Viper. Give her 6 minutes. So we'll chuck that there. We can make our Ruby Reese and Black Diamond a work the crowd match because they'll go on first. What are we missing? We need to steal the show, which I would assume would be this match as well. This match between Hashimoto and Joyrider. And then I guess before the main event, let's just go, we'll go Debbie and Lily. Sorry, Rose and Lily. I think that should be pretty good. I think we'll script them as well. Give them a little bit of success, and of course that'll advance our storyline. I think they're in the main event storyline, aren't they? They are not. Okay, they're in the other storyline apparently. For some reason, I don't really understand why I didn't put them in the main event storyline. Interesting. Anyway, it's fine. It really doesn't matter too much. All right, so that'll go there. I think we're good. I don't really want to do any sort of pre-show stuff because, I mean, to be honest, if I show you the finances, we're under 100k. You know, we pretty much got under 100k last episode, so we're kind of getting towards risky territory, I would say. Anyway, let's run the show here. We start off with a 27 rated opening match. We have Ruby Reese defeating Black Diamond in 10-18 by pinfall with a head kick. It's a good match. It's pretty much bang average, really. But then again, both these girls, they don't have a lot going for them at the moment. They're both, you know, their momentum, both of their momentums are in the toilet, essentially. But we are going to at least try and claw Ruby Reese back out of that hole and try and get her at least up to maybe warm. Warm momentum would be decent. All right, we then go into a 27 rated angle from Purple Viper, cutting a bit of a promo. Of course, she is up against Christy Higgins, which should be a good match. Like I said, I want to make them go all out and just see if they can, you know, pull off something special. I think that would be kind of ideal. They are both super talented, so it would kind of make sense if they're able to do something. Their match, it does pretty well. We get a 47 there. And we have Purple Viper defeating Christy Higgins in 9:39 by pinfall with a Viper Bite. So the 47 is actually a pretty decent rating, considering Viper got a 45 in-ring and Christy only got a 41. So, yeah, it's definitely a little bit higher than what it probably should have been. So we'll take that. And of course, they both have bad gimmicks. So that just goes to show that, you know, if we had essentially gotten our gimmicks right for these girls, they would be doing a lot better. So yeah, moving on to a much better match. They definitely stole the show. Get a 49 rated match here. Yu Hashimoto defeating Joyrider in 9:47 by pinfall with the end game. It's a really good match. Surprising. I mean, obviously Hashimoto is a goddess. Let's say goddess, because I would say god, but obviously, you know, we have to be, well, technically, anyway, enough about that. She's really good. That's what I'm trying to say. Really, really good. I would like to potentially get her back into the title picture somehow. Of course, she picked up that injury a few months ago, so we'll see what we can do. Of course, that was at the hands of Calliope Woodchuck. Almost said it wrong again. Anyway, we move on to a 33 rated angle. So our best angle on the show, better than Purple Vipers. And of course, we have Lily and Rose, Kate Lily, Debbie Rose, and of course they're up in the main event. And of course, Kate Lily is our #1 contender as well at the moment. The main event also getting a 49, so that's pretty good. Considering Ariyoshi is not here, now our world champion is essentially not on the show, I feel like this show's actually been pretty good. Been respectable, definitely. And we finish off with a 49 rated main event after another 49 rated match, a 47 rated match as well. Of course, the opening contest, little bit of a stinker, but we'll forgive those girls. Anyway, we got Lillian Rose defeating Thea Davis and Calliope Woodchuck in 25 minutes, 26 seconds when Kate Lilly pinned Calliope with a Lilly launch pad. Really good stuff there. I really do like these girls as a team. I'm really happy we picked both of them up. And of course, they have a tag team specialist bonus there as well. And yeah, Kate with a solid 55 in-ring performance there as well. Very impressive. All right. Finish the show. We get a 46 rated show there. So I'm pleasantly, I'm happy with that. I think that's decent enough. Anyway, I'm going to give some encouragement to Ruby. And then I think I'll praise Debbie and Hashimoto. So encouragement and then some praise there as well. Okay, yeah, like I said, if we can pretty much continue to have those type of show ratings, we should be fine. We should be pretty well off. All right, let's quickly check our size. We're up to 14, so we actually gained 2 points of popularity again this month, which is massive. We're only 3 points of popularity away from going up to tiny size, as you can see here. We only need 17 in New South Wales. That's really beneficial. We're getting close to that level. We pretty much need to get to that level almost, I would say, as soon as possible. Now, I'm sort of wondering to myself, how much would it take for us to actually start making a profit? Now, the sponsor money will go up once we go up to tiny size. And of course, at the moment, we're not actually, getting any ticket sales. We have free tickets to try and maximize that popularity gain we get per show. But I think once we get down to maybe 20,000, 15,000, somewhere around there, which is only, about 3 episodes away, we will probably have to start charging ticket prices again. Now, I'm hoping that we're going to be at tiny size for that, but ultimately, I don't exactly know what's really going to happen. The whole dojo thing has really taken a big chunk of our finances. That we started off with 500,000 essentially, and obviously we spent 250,000 on the actual dojo itself. It's actually not too far away though, because if we go into here really quick, developmental investments. What am I doing? It's not in investments. Training facilities, dojo. There we go. As you can see, it was open in January, so we pretty much just have to wait until January, and once it actually rolls around, we'll actually get some graduates. So, yeah, apparently 4 would be expected. So we could essentially get 4 new Australian workers, well, our first Australian workers in the actual game as well, that will come in 2 months and 1 week. So essentially 3 episodes away from potentially having our first Aussie women in the company, which I think is something to really look forward to. And I'm definitely looking forward to it. But I just want to take a real quick look here. Kate Lilly up to 14 popularity now as well. So she's really gaining some steady momentum, I would say. What about Debbie? Debbie's at 13 as well. So they're really getting up there. I mean, even Purple Viper's up to 12 now. So Hashimoto up to 11. It's all looking pretty good. And of course, Atsuko herself is only at 13. So essentially, Kate Lilly is basically at a higher level of popularity than our current world champion. So I feel like that's pretty special as well. Anyways, that's going to be it for the episode, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Make sure you smash a like before you click off the video. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're a new viewer. And make sure you turn on those notifications to be notified when these episodes come out in the future. Apart from that, guys, as always, take it easy and goodbye.